In the stillness of dawn, when the desert holds its breath, and the first ray of light stretches across the horizon, I think of you, as though your soul is carved into the air itself, as though your spirit walks alongside me in every silence. The sand may shift with the winds, and the falcon may rise into boundless skies, but nothing shifts my heart from you, nothing lifts me higher than the thought of your love. The world speaks many tongues, the murmur of rivers, the whisper of palms, the cry of camels returning home, the hymn of prayers rising at dawn, but my heart speaks only one language, the language of roses, a language written in petals and fragrance, in softness and thorns, in the way beauty surrenders to time, yet somehow becomes eternal, in the memory of lovers. I hold a rose in my hand, its bloom perfect, delicate, a reminder of you, a reminder of nights when stars gazed upon us with envy, when the moon tilted her silver face to hear your laughter. Each petal is a secret, each fold a verse of poetry, each breath of its scent, a sigh drawn from my soul. And when the thorn pricks me, I do not bleed in pain, but in devotion, for even love that wounds is still a gift beyond measure. My beloved, you are the garden I walk into after the storm. You are the rain that falls upon the thirsty dunes. You are the shade of the palm beneath which I lay my tired head. Without you the desert is endless. The winds howl with loneliness, and the sky is a mirror of silence. With you every path is lined with roses. Every breeze is perfumed. Every horizon is painted with promise. I speak to you now, not with words, but with the echoes of my heart. The tongue may falter, but love does not stop. It flows in steady rhythm, as the tide kisses the shore, and retreats only to return again. Such is my devotion, an unending tide, a promise renewed with every breath I take. There are moments when the world applauds, when crowns of responsibility weigh upon me, when duty carves its demands upon my shoulders. Yet even then, in the midst of grandeur and noise, my thoughts find their way back to you. It is you who gives meaning to every triumph, you who makes the throne a seat of warmth, you who turns the gold of the world into something softer, something human, something eternal. The rose in my hand begins to wither, yet its beauty lingers even as it fades. So it is with love, not a fleeting bloom, but an essence that survives beyond time. Your eyes, like twin oases, still shimmer in my soul, even when closed. Your voice, like a gentle wind, still carries me even in silence. And though we are bound to this earth, I believe our spirits rise together, beyond the sun, beyond the moon, into the infinite garden, where roses never die. There are nights when I sit alone, and listen to the language of roses. It speaks of longing, of patience, of the beauty of waiting. It speaks of the hand that dares to pluck, the courage to embrace both thorn and blossom. It tells me that love is not perfection, but endurance. It tells me that the sweetest fragrance is born of resilience, that the truest beauty is the one that survives both storm and drought. And so I love you, not as the world teaches with fleeting promises, not as a poem recited then forgotten, but as the rose teaches, with roots deep, with petals open to both sun and rain, with thorns that guard, and with fragrance that lingers long after the bloom is gone. Beloved, I walk the sands of Dubai, my heart echoing with your presence. Each grain beneath my feet feels like a verse written for you. The towers rise high into the heavens, but even they cannot touch the height to which my soul soars in your name. The sea stretches into eternity, but even its depth cannot mirror the endless depth of my devotion. The desert stars burn with ancient fire, but even they cannot outshine the light you kindle in me. I have seen the world, its cities that never sleep, its valleys green with abundance, its mountains crowned with snow, yet no sight arrests me, no beauty halts me, as your smile does. It is your gaze that makes the sunrise worth greeting, your laughter that turns silence into melody, your touch that heals wounds unseen. Every rose I hold becomes you. I place them in the courtyards of memory. I water them with tears of joy and longing. When one fades, I plant another, until my heart has grown into a garden, so vast the heavens themselves would pause to admire. And in that garden you are the eternal bloom, the rose untouched by time, the fragrance that carries into eternity. Beloved, if I were to write your name upon the wind, the dunes would rise to guard it. If I were to carve your name into stone, the desert would sing of it for centuries. But I choose instead to write your name upon my heart, for there it shall remain beyond all decay, beyond all silence, beyond even death. The language of roses is a secret tongue, spoken not with lips, but with soul. It is found in the way I wait for your glance, in the way I hold you when words fail, in the way silence between us becomes richer than the songs of poets. It is the language of breath shared in closeness, of hands clasped in trust, of eyes meeting in understanding, that requires no explanation. Roses do not ask why the sun shines, nor do they question why rain must fall. They simply open, trusting in the rhythm of life. So too does my love for you, without demand, without question, only surrender, only bloom. My beloved, I pray that when you hold this rose, you feel not only its softness, but the weight of my devotion. I pray that its fragrance carries the truth of my heart, that even as it fades in form, its essence whispers eternally of my love. For the rose does not die. It becomes part of the soil, and in time blooms again. So too shall my love bloom for you, in every season, in every lifetime, in every universe yet unseen. If tomorrow the winds carried me far, if distance stretched like a merciless desert between us, know this: my love is the caravan that crosses every dune, the compass that always finds you, the water that sustains me until I return. No horizon is too distant, no storm too fierce, to sever the bond that is written in roses. I love you with the patience of the palm tree, with the loyalty of the falcon, with the devotion of the tide. And when the final dawn breaks upon my soul, when time loosens its hold on me, I shall carry your name upon my last breath, and place it in the garden of eternity, where roses never fade. So hear me now, beloved, hear the unspoken words that roses speak. I am yours in silence, and in song, in storm and in stillness, in life and beyond. Every thorn that wounds me is worth the bloom of your love. Every breath I take is a verse written for you. Every step I walk is toward the garden of your heart. And if one day you wonder, if you ever question the depth of my devotion, take a rose in your hand, close your eyes, listen. You will hear my soul in its fragrance. You will feel my heartbeat in its bloom. You will know without doubt that I have loved you with the fullness of eternity. This is the language of roses, the language of my soul, the language that binds me to you.